Hello everybody, we will be starting in just a moment. We have to send out a couple of links to get everyone going, and we should be good. So just give me a moment. It'll be AFK. I just need to send out a couple links. Thank you. Hello everybody and welcome back to looks to be the season opener for CRC. This is going to be season 4 for our first ever collaboration with TTG. We are very excited here at CRC to get this started. Season 4, this is tier 2 for the GT series in CRC, and it looks to be a good one to start off Daytona. I'm excited. Hello everybody, my name is Alan Cavagnaro. Owner and founder of CRC, and of course commentator. I've been doing this for a couple years, haven't done a live comm since 2019, if we're going to be honest. Mainly half a year. But it's good to be back in the booth. First time doing Project Cars in a long time. Last time was F1 2018, I think. So, really happy to be back. And also, you will notice one thing. We did have a technical difficulty. I will not be in the spectator camera. So what we'll be doing is, right at the start, we'll have to retire from the race. And it's unfortunate. So you should see my name in 11th place right now. Tier 1 should be fine. Because we have 2 commentators for that, so that'll work just fine. But for Tier 2, I'm the only commentator. We're going solo, and we had a technical difficulty with everything. So let me just send out the link, and then we'll start the official broadcast. Alright, sent out the tweet. So yeah, this is going to be the start of Season 4. Let's do a little rundown of all these drivers. I may not know them. I'm stuck on one camera, sort of trying to charge my controller at the same time. So for the race, it should be good. Let's check out the comments, see if anybody's watching. Maze is a little flag. Let's move up the microphone to the desk here. Alright, so let's start with our first driver. This is going to be Tiger Kart in the McLaren. I assume TIG's Tiger Kart. Pretty sure he's taking over Chemical's ride from last season in that number 55 Kaspersky Ferrari. Next in the line, we have Bart. Bart is our good lobby host and moderator for today's race. I say moderator because he's a lobby host. So nice to have him. And that reminds me, I'm going to have to give him admin privileges because he's a lobby host. Next, this looks to be Casper making his debut on a Project Cars League event. So nice to see that. We have Speedsta up here. Speedsta is a familiar name in the F1 community, but for Project Cars, it's brand new. Goes off in the McLaren. He's formerly raced in CRC, notably making starts last season at Le Mans and Imola. Next in line, we have Matt. Okay, I forgot. Flaky hasn't changed his username yet. So this is going to be Matt. He was a rookie last season. He did not win Rookie of the Year, but his teammate did win Rookie of the Year for Inside Line Racing Team. We have Matt. Nice to see a familiar face returning. We have Chemical returning again in the Ferrari. He loves that Ferrari, and there's a crash car in that corner, but he's able to avoid it. Nice to see Chemical spinning, but a nice return for Chemical. Nice to see him back. Next, we have Maze in the 63. So really, really happy to see him back, and who else do we have? We have Blizzard down here. Did I miss anyone? No. Yeah, we have Blizzard in the McLaren, the number 9 K-Pax car. Then we have Gaber Yoster, a rookie in CRC, making his debut today. He also loves a Ferrari, so it's really, really good to see him out today. And Flaky, we forgot to mention Flaky again, won Rookie of the Season in Season 3. So again, nice to see him back. And I think that's all the drivers. Oh, and Evil. Forgot about Evil. He escaped the line, but Evil, again, he's been racing since Season 1. He had a Season 1 ban. He was able to return for Season 2, however, put up a couple races in Season 3. He won his first race in Le Mans, however, is placed in Tier 2 to start out the season. So really nice to see him back, and another veteran in CRC. And he is a race winner as well, so he does have that to his name. So Evil right now in second place. He's 6/10 off the pole sitter so far of Tiger Kart. 8.5 minutes remaining. And I apologize if my voice doesn't sound so good. I have a cold, so we're gonna work through this, and maybe in Daytona we'll let we'll let James have the head comm. My voice isn't the best state right now. I should be resting it. So anybody at home who's watching, let me move back the microphone. So anybody who's watching, we have McKendu. A big cheers to my fellow competitors, Maze and Casper, cheering up for you boys. I need to find a position for this microphone. It's getting out of hand. Let's move the chair. I think this is the position we're going to have to do. I haven't tested this in a long time. I haven't commentated in a half a year, so we got to find a new position for this because we did not do any tests. Andy's saying it sounds good, so that is good. Then again, I don't think Andy has watched my comms yet, so I'm not sure what he's hearing. Let me put the link on the Discord so we can have everyone here watch it. So shout out to the guys doing Tier 1 tonight. They'll be doing it right after they'll be doing it after the conclusion of today's event for Tier 2 at Daytona. There's a spin by Matt in the 58, so that was, I think that was off the hairpin. Bart in the McLaren, I forgot to or not the McLaren, the Renault, same colors though. But I forgot to mention, some of these guys switching cars from previous season. Tiger Kart switched from the Acura to the Ferrari. Evil from the dominant Mercedes AMG to the Ferrari as well. Matt, I believe, yeah, Matt and, was it Flaky. There we go. Both went to the McLaren, which won a championship last season, so it makes sense. I'm gonna have to get a bottle of water. My voice is not gonna last much longer. Oh, and there's a spin we actually have in the bus stop. It's gonna be the 08 Renault. Will it infect this guy's lap of Flaky? I don't think it did. Trying to find out who that was. I'm still not good with numbers. We need that was, I think, Bart. Right now he's 4th place right now. We have Matt up to 3rd. Evil in 2nd, and Tiger Kart is actually, surprisingly, I remember when Tiger Kart joined CRC, he told me he's not that good, he's not that strong in the game, and he needs to work on it. And, you know, throughout the offseason, it looks like his pace has really improved. Even from the evaluation race to now, his pace has really improved. It's, as I say that, Evil tops him in the time sheets. I am such a jinx as a commentator. But he tops him by 2/2000ths of a second. Evil tops Tiger Kart for pole position. We have 5 minutes left, and it looks to be a battle for pole position between Evil and Tiger Kart, both running in the Ferrari. And I think that they are teammates. I forgot to mention, they are teammates. So, I think they are running with a very, very equal setup, very equal driving style, to say the least, and it's showing here today. So some of the other notables, Maze has not set a lap, and neither is Blizzard. Good turnout for the debut of Tier 2 in CRC. It is true, if anybody is wondering, we did not start with a full 16 for either tiers. So if you're asking me honestly, I wasn't too optimistic for the start of the season. I'll be completely honest, so I'm really, really happy to see a good turnout today. For both tiers, in fact. I saw a lot of the Tier 1 guys already on practicing, so it's nice to see these guys on and taking it seriously. And really, the top 7 are within 3 seconds. After that, I think Chemical, that was his out lap. Same with Flaky. The lap that he was doing either got invalidated. So it makes sense for some of these guys to be 16 seconds off. They just need to set a legit lap. There's Blizzard with a torn-up McLaren. My voice is about to tear up as well. I'm going to have to get a water bottle at the end of qualifying if we're going to be honest here. So I think what happens is if I don't ready up, it'll disqualify me and make me spectate. So I think that's what we're going to do. Because I'm not on commentator settings at all. We don't have broadcast on because we had a technical difficulty for that. For Tier 1, it should work, by the way. Just want to point that out. But I would also like to point out that 3rd place Matt, Chemical, as soon as I switched to Matt, Chemical boosts himself up to 3rd place. He's 1/10 behind Evil, and those Ferraris are running 1, 2, 3, while the McLarens are running 4th, and all the way down in 8th. So the Ferraris are really bringing the power in speed weeks here in Daytona, and it looks to be Evil running those Italian stripes to be taking pole position so far with 3 minutes remaining. Then in the Kaspersky livery, Tiger Kart in 2nd, Chemical 3rd. Matt crosses the line in 4th, not much improvement. Speedsta does improve by a couple tenths, however he's still more than a second off the pace. Then you have Bart. Surprisingly, Bart down in 6th. I thought he would be one of the top guys in the tier. I mean, towards the end of Season 3, he's really been putting in some good times, and I know time is different from race pace, but you know, if you're able to isolate yourself from everybody else out on track, you can really start setting in some good times. And, I mean, that's what some drivers are able to do. We saw that with Emmanuel back in the Chinese Grand Prix in Season 3. He was able to isolate himself, go for fastest lap after fastest lap. So that's what I'm talking about. As running out of breath here. Let's take a little bit of a break. So let's take it on board with Flaky. He's going to cross the line in 8th place. He does improve. So top 8 is within 1.8 seconds. And then there's Gabe, 3 seconds off the pace, 2 minutes left. If he really wants to get a lap in, right now would be the time to go out and set a lap. Same with Maze. And I think Blizzard is on a lap as well. But I think what we're really going to be talking about is who's the fastest man in Tier 2 right now. It's Evil and Tiger Kart both on track. Well, Evil was off track momentarily. But Tiger Kart right now rounds the end of Sector 3 and decides that lap is not good enough. I don't think, yeah, that's it. Tiger Kart and Evil are both in the pits. Top 3 Ferraris are all in the pits. And really less than enough time to set a lap. So really the fastest man on the track right now is Matt. And Matt does have a chance to take pole position. He's only half a second off. The bus stop could be a make or break here. So if he's able to nail that, there is a chance he could take pole position. Crosses the line with 1:06 left. Does not improve. And now Speedsta's in the pits. So that ends his qualifying run. It's really down to the guys from 5th to 9th if they can improve. We have, looks to be Casper running in 6th place. It's nice to see Casper running up so high. Back when he did the evaluation race, it was his first ever online event he took place in, and that was a month ago. Two-time CRC champion Ash and me as well. We tried to help Casper. He was new to the game, and it's really fantastic to see Casper only a second off from pole position from where he was a month ago. Fantastic improvement from Casper. Where are we looking now? We have Bart down in 7th. He's really still trying to set in a good lap. This should be the final chance he does. 18 seconds, no way to get back to the start-finish line. But this should be his last chance to set a lap time. And for Maze, he did not set a lap time either. But we're going to ride on board with Matt. We have Casper, also in the bank corner. Is this off the final corner? I think this is. No, they're on their final lap. Bart's going to cross the line. No improvement. Blizzard. Closest one to the line. And we'll see if this lap is an improvement. He is 3 seconds off. I assume so. His pace last season was really good. He was able to lead a few laps on his own last year alone in Donington and Zhuhai, respectively for Blizzard. So he'll cross the line. And with 30 seconds left to finish a lap, no improvement. Where's Bart? Bart is... Okay, well, Bart's not on a lap. Matt crossed the line. He's still in 5th. What about Casper? Casper has a shot. He's the final driver left to set a lap time. 20 seconds left. Casper crosses the line. No improvement. And now my race engineer is talking to me because we are not a commentator. We're not in the spectator view. And remember, folks, don't hit the red button. Please don't hit the red button. It's bad. It does bad things, but Evil Dragon takes the first ever pole position in Tier 2 by 0.02 of a second over his teammate Tiger Kart. What a 1-2 start to this race, and man, I'm excited. I am so excited to get this thing started. So with 1.5 minutes left, I'm going to run downstairs, get a water bottle, because I need it. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. And my hands are freezing. Alright, so race picks, race predictions. So looking at it, looks like Tiger Kart's taking a while to load his setup. I think he's really going to try and, I wouldn't say abuse his setup, more of try and adjust it from qualifying. So, I think he has something different in the bag against Evil. Evil was happy with his setup after getting pole position. So I think he's going to go with that, and it makes sense for him to go with that. And let me answer this message. Alright, I'm still out of breath, so let's just wait for the race to start. We're going to let them disqualify us. It should just disqualify me, and keep me in the lobby as a spectator. Yep, perfect. Don't even need to do spectator cameras, I love it. I think we're going to go with this for now on, since I'm a solo. Alright, here we go. 45 minutes at Daytona. We're getting ready, and we are green to start out Season 4, Tier 2. In Daytona, off the line, Tiger Kart alongside his teammate. There's a McLaren, a Speedsta trying to go. And looks to be around the outside Speedsta. What a lunge to take second place around the outside of Tiger Kart. Evil hangs on to the lead. And Speed's up to second, Tiger Kart third. Fourth is Chemical. Fifth is going to be Matt. Sixth is Bart. And everybody single file. We'll see if they hang on. In the hairpin, I thought I saw some contact. This camera angle is really bad to see. Let's go to this one. So we have a wheel-to-wheel battle right here between Speedsta and Chemical. Who's going to give it? Who's going to take? Off track is Chemical. Hits some of the curbs. Or, I mean, the cones, I mean. And battle right in here for third place between Chemical and Speedsta. Long-time racers of each other. And there's a spin behind. That's the Renault of Casper. Opening race. He did qualify really well. And he's back to 11th already off the start. And that's Yosher off as well. So Yosher had his spin, and he's off. Maze, I think, got caught up in this as well. There's going to be a battle right here for between the Renault and the McLaren of Matt and Bart. Bart is going to be able to get by in the Renault. He has that Renault power against the McLaren. There's a battle up front with the Speedsta and Chemical. Cutting, and he's going to be able to hang on just fine. Nice to see. Evil pulls away, and Tiger Kart reclaims second place. So single file now. We have the Ferrari up front. After that, we have Speedsta, Bart, and Matt. Looks to be one making a move. That's Bart, and we may even say 3 wide on this start. So Speedsta making it again side by side. This is going to be a 4-car battle around the outside. Speedsta makes the move in turn 1, reminiscent to his move on lap 1, and they're both wide. Speedsta's off. Matt reclaims 4th place, so he moves up Speedsta, and that's the spin behind. That's going to be Flaky spinning behind in the McLaren, so he must have lost it on his own. Bart is still in this one as well, fighting back there. So Bart lost out, and so did Speedsta. The guys who went on the outside did lose out, so they broke way too late, and I think that was the problem in lap 1 of why Speedsta fell back. But we have a battle for the race lead between the two Ferraris of Evil and Tiger Kart. Tiger Kart's going to try and make a stab at the race lead. However, a spin from Tiger Kart. The leader is spun, and so is a Ferrari of Chemical. They have spun, and Tiger Kart has taken the lead, while Evil has spun, trying to defend from the race lead. Ah, this is chaos from the opening race, and there's a McLaren spinning back there as well. I think that is Flaky, and yes, it is. So it is absolute madness from the first Tier 2 race, and now all of a sudden Matt has a chance to win this race. We have 40 minutes left of this race. We're already 5 minutes in, and honestly, I can't even tell you who's going to win this race. So, I mean, this McLaren power is not the best compared to the rest of them, but you see Tiger Kart terribly defending, and that's Matt off the track. Matt off the track, and Speedsta is going to have a chance to take it from the other McLaren. That's a terrible exit off the bus stop. So Speedsta is now going to have the toe off the McLaren. It should be able to grab second place from him. Tiger Kart has a little bit more breathing space from first to second, and Bart has all of a sudden found himself up to 4th place. So what a crazy, crazy start to open this season in CRC. That's Yosher again off the track, making his CRC debut. Again, the grip levels are just off the track. Tiger Kart has really been consistent so far within the first couple of minutes. Oh, and he's caught right back up to him. Matt's gonna have a chance, and so does Speedsta. Here we go. Speedsta's actually into second. That's actually a spin behind. That is Bart. Here we go. Contact. And Matt is spun. That's Speedsta involved as well. Just when we thought we were going to see it battle, now it's Blizzard up to 4th. Evil has a chance. He's back in 5th. So I'm going to take a little breather here. Hopefully everybody takes a breather. I'd love to see some clean racing so far. We did see that on lap 1 as well. Again, Gabe Yosher in his debut, not the best start. Why don't we look with this battle right here? Stay on board with Chemical. Turn up the volume, and it's time to rev it up. So nice onboard camera. And he's reeling in not Evil. I thought it was Evil. Yeah, it is Evil. Oh, and that's Blizzard. Blizzard's off, so he made a mistake in the bus stop, and he's going to now have a chance. Is Chemical on Evil? On the pole sitter, this should be a good chance and a good fight. 2 Ferraris, equal engine power, but the setup is going to be able to prevail. The exit speed as well. Chemical has a chance to pass Evil for 4th. He's going to try the outside. Many drivers have made this mistake. Chemical all the way around the outside, but he runs wide off the track and loses a position. Now we have a battle right here between Speedsta and Matt. They made contact in this corner lap ago, and they made contact again. I just want like a minute or two where I can breathe and drink a bottle of water that I have beside me. But these drivers already know how to put on the action. It's been a good race so far. Very interesting. I haven't even had time to read the comments yet. There's already like 30 of them. 28, I mean. 28. It hurt me. Okay. So now that everybody's single file, why don't we take a minute or two to look at the comments, see what everybody's talking about this race so far, see the trend. So going through it, everybody, nice to see McKendu here and Andy, some of the Tier 1 guys. Andy will be racing in an hour, less than that. And that's a spin from the McLaren. Great onboard view, but that's Matt spinning from 3rd place. So everybody is talking about the inconsistency with the speeds and the cleanliness, I should say. While now up front, we have Tiger Kart leading from 2nd place on the grid in Speedsta. We then have Evil reclaiming in a battle right here for 4th place. Chemical and Blizzard going at it. And around the outside, he's going to try this move again. Will he be able to pull it off? And he has. He has been able to pull it off. So for the first time today, with so many attempts, a move on the outside in turn 1 for the first time today, it has actually worked. So nice to see there. Some of these moves are starting to fall back in place and stick to the wall. Surprisingly, everyone within the top 8 is within less than 20 seconds of the race leader. Let's see if we can find any battles right now. We have one right here. This is Casper on Matt. Let's take another onboard view because I need another drink of water, I'll be honest. This won't be happening every race, by the way. I just have a cold, and I need to drink some fluids. That's all. My apologies. Alright, so comment down below if there's anyone you want to spectate with for the next onboard view. That'll be in a couple of minutes. There's a car on the wall that's Maze in the 63 Lambo. So that was coming off the infield section where Bart is right, or not Bart, Flaky is right now. If I remember correctly, there's an incident on lap 1 with Flaky, and that's why he's back there. Surprisingly, nobody got damaged from all those spins. It's a close battle right here. Same with Blizzard. Oh, and everybody who's watching, just let me know what the quality is of the video as well. We're streaming this on 720p high, so let me know if it's anything other. I'd like to know. Thank you. So right now for the lead, it's a 4.5 second gap between Speedsta with S2V and Tiger Kart leading on his own. Again, fantastic improvement in pace for Tiger Kart. Would be a good way to start off the season by winning Daytona. And we have pole sitter Evil now under threat by Chemical. He's going to try the outside. It's been a good passing zone. However, in the hairpin, he may try the switchback. He's going to run out of real estate. And Evil's able to hang on to P3. He's going to try another switchback, but he misses the apex. And Evil gets the good exit off the corner. So he may be able to get him on the straight before the bus stop. That is another opportunity for him. One for the taking. He's going to try left and right, back and forth. And we'll see which one prevails. Evil's going to leave him the room on the outside. I think that's going to be a mistake because Chemical loves the outside. He's going to have a chance. But the door closes and he backs out. And as you notice, the lights are starting to turn on because it is an evening to night race at Daytona. And while that happens, the track should get cooler right now. On the top right, it says the track is 110 degrees Fahrenheit. In Celsius, it's almost 40 degrees Celsius, if I can recollect correctly. But battle for P3 again, the final podium position between Evil and Chemical, the two Ferraris. He may have a chance. Again, around the outside. Will it be able to stick? No, he runs, but both of them run wide. This actually may be good for Chemical, and I think it is. He's able to get the switchback by both running wide, and Chemical's up to P3. So how about it? What a move. And that's Matt in for a pit stop. You could see the men getting ready for the pit stop. I'm kind of curious to see what this is for. He does have 67 liters in the tank. His tires are all green. They're all set. He may have some sort of time penalty, yeah. It says lap invalidated. I have no clue what the pit stop is for. But Matt is all of a sudden in the pits. Flaky has gone by as well, so not the best start for the McLarens, the 58 and the 59. It's unfortunate to see. They both had promising starts in this race, and now Evil has a chance to attack Chemical once more. He's going to leave him the space, holds the outside, Chemical holds on. So within this race, Evil has, he does have the good pace, but I think what we saw from last season and the season before on the evaluation races is that when it's in tight, slow corners for wheel-to-wheel action, Evil has shown time and time again that it may be not the best place for him to be. And now he's on a high-speed straight going wheel-to-wheel with Chemical. Will he try the outside, or will he force a switchback to get the inside? I think he knows better. He's going to back off, and he's going to swing in late or try the outside, but he actually runs wide and lets Chemical keep the position and has costed him around half a second. So Chemical's able to hang on. Now everyone is starting to set into their pace. Everyone's starting to go on time trial laps. I think what we just saw before is the madness of what Tier 2 can create. Wheel-to-wheel battles just spitting out left and right. And nice to see James down below in the comments. We have half an hour left in the race, but it's up in my time, 3:06. So we'll probably be starting Tier 2 around little 5 to 10 minutes late. And yes, nice to see James here, and pleasure to be commentating with you, James. I'll see you in a half an hour. So, for those of you not knowing, the official commentary lineup for Tier 2 is going to be me and James. James will be starting the live stream a little bit early, so by the last couple of laps of this race, that live stream will be starting up again. The gap is starting to increase here, so I think that battle is now done for. So yeah, I think everybody's trying to find their place now, and now it's time for Chemical to reel in speed. Oh, he clips the grass. It may be a slowdown for him. Oh, hold on a second. It says on the bottom right, mechanical fault for Bart. So, I think Bart's car may be limited right now. On the bottom right, on the info feed, it says, yeah, mechanical fault. So I'm not sure what's wrong with Bart's car. We are reporting that there is a problem on that McLaren, either affecting the suspension of the straight line speed. We don't have the info on that, but there is a mechanical fault on Bart's car. And whatever may happen to it, that's why his race is happening. So it's unfortunate to see, but you can see the damage on there on the side panels. You can see the front, it's a little bit dented. And looks to be Blizzard, I think, has some sort of penalty. Oh, hold on a second. He's lost position. Chemical's lost third. I might have missed it. He would have made a mistake. So less than a half an hour remaining, 29 minutes into it. He's going to try the outside, maybe try the switch back off the track. Not ideal, but he's going to try and find the momentum. Almost knocking down members of the Cone family. Actually have Blizzard reeling in. Why don't we ride on board with him with this battle? So now a three-car battle. Evil with a terrible exit. Chemical to take P3. And now Evil's now actually under threat from Blizzard and McLaren. It's going to be good to see right here. Wheel to wheel on the outside. Evil again. A spectacular move if he's going to be able to pull it off. They'll emerge off that corner, wheel to wheel. Who will get the better entrance and exit through the bus stop? Oh, and what a bold move from Evil. It's going to cost him. He's off the grass, and he's going to hold up and let by two cars. Pole sitter, Evil is off back to fifth. So Chemical and Blizzard avoiding that madness. Thought it was too good to be true for Evil to clear both cars by the bus stop, but you saw it there. He ran wide. And now it's Blizzard's job to try and catch the Ferrari of Chemical. And I think if I look at it, I think Yoster did leave the lobby. So I think he's going to be our first retirement of Tier 2 this season and in history. Oh, running wide, that's going to be Blizzard again. These braking points are very hard to knock down. And that's actually going to be Evil by to take P4 once more. So again, just the darkness. It's kind of hard to see the braking points at this track, and you can see locking up from Evil. So again, yeah, I could definitely agree. These braking points are not the clearest at all. Maybe next week when we head down to Algarve in Portimao, it's going to be a lot clearer to see a nice sunny race for the Portuguese Grand Prix next weekend. By the way, I want to promote that. It's going to be January 25th. Don't forget to join us next weekend for the Portuguese Grand Prix in Portimao. It's going to be good. Move off the corner. This is Blizzard on Evil. Will he have a move? That's Chemical running wide, but also a wheel-to-wheel move, and Evil takes back P4. So we're focused on the battle for looks to be 3rd, 4th, and 5th. The leader of Tiger Car is consistently putting in good laps and pulling away. This is Daytona, by the way, in the Ferrari, so that may change for next week, but yeah. I was going to say something. Somebody made a comment about the Mercedes. Yeah, McAndrew made a comment about no Mercedes. I was quite surprised. That's last season, everybody regarded it as the best car in the class, is able to help Evil win at Le Mans, one of the most prestigious races in CRC history, along with Daytona and Bathurst this season and Long Beach. It really helped him win the race was the car. And also a stewarding decision that did not happen. Would like to also point that out. Jake Wilson, Season 1 champion, would like to put that in an asterisk column, but we have Evil now passing Chemical on the outside and clearing him easily. But it's going to be the switchback. Chemical is going to prefer the outside. There's a nudge. And will there be even more contact? No, but Chemical does have the outside, and that's Chemical almost off. So right on board right here. Locking up those right sides. It was either Evil or Chemical. It did come from a Ferrari. So we'll see. Evil defending. Evil, in my opinion, this is my opinion, by the way, from CRC and everything, isn't the best defender from what we've seen. And like to highlight, Monza last season was battling Noxvie for the lead. The thing was, Noxvie didn't win the race, so he did that in good part. But neither did he. They ended up crashing with 3 laps to go, and Ash ended up lucking into that victory, arguably, almost making contact there as well, Evil and Chemical. Oh, what happened with Chemical? Chemical's lagging. Whoa, there's a big crash. That's Evil. Evil's flipping violently here at Daytona. Due to lag, Evil has flipped up in the air and into the catch vents. And that notably ends his race. He's done for. Chemical is disconnected. And Evil has crashed horribly here at Daytona. And I cannot even begin to imagine the scenes for that Ferrari team. They qualified 1-2 and he had a chance at a podium. And it's clear. Suspension damage. If he can get that thing back to the pits, there's still a chance to get a few points on that tally. But it's completely over for Evil. Chemical just lagged right out, right into Evil, and took 2 Ferraris out in the process. Maranello will not be happy with that result tonight. Owen Speedsta made a mistake throughout the drama, and now his teammate Blizzard is up into second. What are the scenes that we're seeing tonight at Daytona? What a crazy night, to say the least. And Casper up to 4th in his debut. Bart's up to 5th with a mechanical fault. Maze is in 6th, not even setting a lap in qualifying. And Evil limping home to the pits right now. And yeah, I'm speechless. I have no words. My heart has sunk for Evil. I feel terribly bad for him. And Chemical just messaging me now saying there was lag and he disconnected from the session. So it's unfortunate to see, but Evil will be limping back to the pits. So Speedsta was running in second. I do have a feeling he will reel in his teammate at Blizzard. So Evil in the pits now. He's going to be classified in last place, for 9th, I should say. Don't know what's happening. Is he deciding not to pit? I have no clue. And he's going to call it a night. So Evil retires. We have 8 runners left in this race. So right now the Renaults are actually... Is this a Renault? Yeah, it is. Renaults are running 4th and 5th. McLarens are running 2nd and 3rd. And a Ferrari is still leading this race. One of the scenes that we're seeing. So it's going to be another McLaren getting out of the way of Tiger Kart, who has had a nice and lonely race. But I think that, yeah, that'll be the biggest crash we've seen whenever we have a series debut at Daytona. We have a flip. I will like to point out Season 1 at Daytona for the Tier 1 series that we've had since February. I think it was Alex Meath or Jamvu who did flip on the opening lap at Daytona. Then meanwhile, later in the race, it was Spencer battling John, who, by the way, will be racing each other for the first time ever since Season 1. What a coincidence, by the way. They came together and looked to be Spencer ended up flipping at Daytona Season 1, our first ever race in CRC. So our first ever race for Tier 2, there was also a flip. Call that the Daytona flip theory, if you will. Because I'll be honest, that's quite surprising. So let's see. So I think we're going to go for a little break. We'll ride on board with Speedstar reeling in his teammate. We'll be right back. I need to get a drink of water and blow my nose, I'll be honest. And we rejoin a pass for second place between Speedsta and Blizzard. Good camera angle for that one, and Blizzard was able to just... nothing to defend with, and Speedsta is already a mile down the road. And my voice feels a lot better, so thank you. Alright, so let's see what we have. I think that's an incident for Blizzard there, either a slowdown. But we are coming to the conclusion of this one. We have 20 minutes left, and Tiger Kart still leads by 20 seconds. What a good margin to have on him. In the Ferrari, yeah, again, just nothing is giving competition to that Ferrari. It's really down to the straight line speed, but also the improvement that Tiger Kart has put off in the offseason. It's really, really good to see Tiger Kart up here leading. And honestly, if you gave me a list of drivers in Tier 2, and you told me to rank them on who you think is going to win Daytona, my name, or at least I wouldn't have put Tiger Kart on the top of the list. I'll be completely honest. I would have put in the likes of either people, within the fastest car for straight line speed, either anyone in the Merc, but no one's in the Merc for Tier 2. But yeah, I wouldn't have put Tiger Kart up there, so for him to be leading, it's fantastic. And really, I wouldn't call it an upset. We'll see how the rest of the races pan out in Tier 2. Before we make any judgment on that part. But yeah, looks to be everything has died down, all the action. Lost a few drivers in the process. We lost Yoster, we lost Chemical, and we lost Evil. Bunch of Ferraris. We have one sole Ferrari remaining, and he's leading this race. So, again, Maranello, they may be disappointed, and Tiger Kart is off the track, knocking down a few cones. Killing a few of the cone member family there. So, they won't be there anymore. But... the gap has actually gone down due to that incident, obviously, but every lap, the gap increases by a second or two, and Tiger Kart, again, he's been setting in some fast laps, so really, he will be qualified in second. He'll get the fastest lap, and he'll be winning the race, so almost a perfect weekend. He just needed that pole position. So let's see what else we got here. So we have Casper in fourth. Fifth is Bart, so the Renault's running really well after coming back from an issue. So in fifth place, again with that mechanical fault, it's just not going to be able to hang on. So after that, we have Tiger Kart again up in the lead, and we have a 2-second gap between the McLarens in second and third place. So I'm not sure if they're gaining on each other. It's awfully close, but I think they're setting in the same amount of laps lap time. If there's one mistake from either of these drivers, it'll be crucial in a final battle for position for second and third between Blizzard and Speedsta. But if we take an onboard view with Blizzard, I feel like he did get a better exit. You did see Speedsta in the grass off the bus stop, and I think he actually is gaining with a good toe and a good exit. So I think this is what Blizzard needed to try and gain back on his teammate of Speedsta. And I will say one thing, they do league race a lot in F1, so I think that's what really built this teammate and this whole companionship between the two. I was going to say that that's really helped them too. So to see them both racing as teammates here and working together on setups and everything, and I think it's really good for the both of them. Because back then, Speed's teammate, he didn't have any. He was a reserve. So I think having a teammate from the same mindset as an F1 league racer, I think it really does help. They work together, and I think having a good a skill set and the same driving style as well. Again, I think it really helps, and I think it's showing here in Tier 2, with both Speedsta and Blizzard running close to each other for second and third place in the podium. Oh, that looks to be a good exit for both. Gonna say he's gonna have another toe here. He's gonna have another shot to gain back the position. Pick up the microphone for a second. Oh, let's place it here. So is he going to have a chance down the straight? I don't think he will. He's going to have to wait another lap. He just needs another good exit. Oh, that Speeds off in the grass. Let's see if this is going to affect him. He's off and hopping across the grass, and that's Blizzard up into P2. Not the way we wanted to see that conclude, but that's Blizzard up in a second. And Speedsta trying to recapture the car, not card. 15 minutes remaining. So we'll see this one. That's Tiger Kart and Blizzard. Almost spinning the car. So if we do have anyone tuning in now as a new viewer, would like to mention Tier 1 will be starting in 15 minutes at the conclusion of this race. Yeah. So we should have, again, I think 12, 13 people for that. And it again, going to be a lot cleaner than Tier 2, I'll be honest. I knew right off the bat Tier 2 would, again, would have many controversial battles, if I put it lightly. But that's the point of Tier 2, to develop drivers. You do have a lot of new guys at Project Cars in Tier 2, and I think that's the fun thing about it. You know, you have people who don't take it too seriously. You have people who, I mean, do take it seriously enough to have battles and race seriously, but enough where, you know, they're not on every single day practicing. It's just a bunch of casual friends racing together, and I think that's the thing I really do love about Tier 2. For Tier 1, it's quite different. Not saying anything bad, but for Tier 1, you have a lot of guys who've taken a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of practice, and it really goes down to the test to see who's going to be the fastest each week and, you know, each week and out. So, to mention Tier 1, Season 2 and 3 champion was Ash, and I'm not surprised at all, because every single night I'd turn on my PS4. You know, when I say night for me, 8 o'clock for me, so probably midnight-ish for him, 1 a.m., roughly. He'd still be on practicing, and I think that really goes to show a champion in Tier 1, just putting in a lot of practice, a lot of time, and you're going to see that once we start off with Tier 1. Going to be a lot of hard-fought battles in Tier 1. But this is now going to be a hard-fought battle here as well. 13 minutes remaining. Speedsta gaining on his teammate once more. These two do not quit, and that's so. Blizzard off and spinning. Losing the grip, he ran wide, and he lost the back end eventually. Once he ran wide near the Mutil sign. But that's Blizzard off. He's still on the podium. And that actually, because of this, Casper has a chance at a podium. So I think it's really good to see. But it's going to wait for Blizzard to try and reclaim the position. "12 minutes remaining. The gap between the leader and second place is increasing ever so more. And I will point out, H-Racing Green did comment on the Discord saying, freaked out when he saw the live stream, and then he remembered it was Tier 2. So yes, I will like to mention, first season where we're having more than one tier, so it's really, really good, and really pushing the car there. I was going to say, I thought he was going to go off, but Tiger Kart really finding the limits of that Ferrari, and I really think he's going to be one driver to look out for this season in Tier 2. Blizzard is now 4 seconds behind his teammate, Casper in 4th. 5th is Bart with a mechanical fault. Matt is in 6th. 7th is Flaky. 8th is Maze. I thought Maze was running inside the top 6 until he had another error. And we do have a comment from Evil saying, if you want me, I'm dead at 95 engine. Oh, that's unfortunate. So yeah, I just remembered. So because of that flip, in Sector 1, I would like to mention, he limped that car all the way back through Sector 2 and Sector 3 and then into the pits. And I think by the time he got to the pits, the engineer was like, yeah, we can't fix this. We can't fix this. It's at 95 engine damage. It'd take around five laps in order to fix it. And just so you know, we're on lap 19. So it would have taken a long time. Just for a little context there. So going through, we don't have any battles so far. Closest one we have right now is, let's take an onboard view with Blizzard, who is in 3rd. Due to all the chaos that ensured, I'm really, really positive that it's just down to the crazy nature of this track. I feel like next week is going to be completely different, despite the elevation change that we have. And, hold on a second. Oh, it's snowing. Not in the race. No, no, no. I looked outside. I haven't looked outside in a half an hour. Last time I looked, it was sunny. Now it's snowing. Just want to point that out. So we do have Speedster coming up on a lapped car. And I'm not going to call it hypocrisy or anything. But if Speedster complains about the lapped car being in his way, I don't want to hear it. And the context on that part was last season in Imola. Speedster running wide, merging, and right in front of a lead-lapped car. So, yeah. It's going to let him by. I mean, he did have the entire track. I don't think there was a need to merge off, but trying to be as safe as possible, he let by Speedster. Yeah, if I were him, I wouldn't try to give him a tow, because they are partnering McLarens that can work together. Oh, no, he smashed the wall there. I'm not sure if that was lag, but knowing that, Speedster's running off of his campus's Wi-Fi, public Wi-Fi, I should mention. Public. That's the keyword, public. Wi-Fi. Could be lag. Could be lag, indeed. Probably just me on my part, because my internet isn't the best either. But Bart now comfortably running in 5th. 6th is Matt. Speeds is starting to lag a little bit, so we may want to keep an eye on him. Oh, that's actually a spinner behind. I think that is Bart, or nope, Flaky. 9 minutes left in the race. I'm gonna let... Oh, I should have let Jake know that, we're not gonna be starting until a certain time. Hold on. Alright, so I just let him know that we have 8 minutes left and Tier 2 is almost over. Just wanted to let the lobby host know for Tier 1 and that we will be starting at the end, the conclusion of this race. Casper is still up to 4th, 5th is Bart. Again, having a spin, but no contact, so his car is still intact in one piece. So while we go through, why don't we have a little Q&A right now on any predictions for next week? I mean, it's pretty solid to see Tiger Kart running a 27-second lead in this race, and he's been the only driver in this field without any contact. I mean, there is some damage on his hood, yes, from hitting Evil on lap 2 when he spun, but it wasn't his fault. But other than that, he's been clean the entire weekend. Tiger Kart, man, I'm going to say it again, I didn't think he'd be able to pull off a win here in Daytona. But I didn't realize how many battles would be so close and so tight. And we've seen it time and time again. Nobody leaving room on track, and it's going to, you know, cost everybody except Tiger Kart. They're going to be a little bit more careful next time. And if you are going to not leave room, make sure Tiger Kart isn't leading. Because he's the one who did get through and not make any contact with anyone besides his own teammate. Who is the one person you should never make contact with. Let's just be clear. Yeah, 7 minutes, that beautiful Daytona sky. Let's get a nice view of that, besides manual control in the way. Dang. I was going to say a beautiful twilight sky. Let's see if we can get a good view of this here. Anything? Let's ride on board. And yeah, again, a nice, beautiful night here in Daytona. The track is only 104 degrees. It's cooled down. When we started this race, I think it was at 120 degrees Fahrenheit, 110. So it's gone down roughly 10 degrees Fahrenheit. Now it's down into the high 30s in Celsius. I'm not that good of a weatherman, but I'm trying my best here. Yeah, what a beautiful, beautiful view at Daytona. I'm really, really happy that this race has gone so well for a lot of these guys, and nice to see some promising starts. Again, Casper up to 4th, like we mentioned. He was completely new to Project Cars beginning this season. The evaluation race, I believe he retired and didn't even finish, and he really needed help with the setup, and again, two-time CRC champion Ash was able to help him. Oh, there's a spin! And that's Blizzard. Can't believe I missed that one. We were just on a story about Casper, and now all of a sudden he's going to have a chance for a podium. Even better. What a fairy tale ending to that story. Oh, that's unfortunate. Blizzard was running inside a podium position, and now McLaren is only going to get one car on the podium. It's going to be a Ferrari, McLaren, Renault podium. Now that I think about it, I think those are the only 3 cars that are running in CRC for Tier 2. If I'm correct. Oh, and the lone Lamborghini that we have. Other than that, we have 5.5 minutes remaining. Alright, so I would like to reiterate that the lobby for Tier 1 will go up at the conclusion of this race. So for any Tier 1 guys watching right now, just want to let you know that will be happening momentarily. But yeah, I didn't finish the story. So the story with Casper is that he started... I thought I saw it pass. Guess not. Okay, so the story was he started from F1 and, you know, he came to Project Cars first time ever. And, you know, he got a lot of help from a 2-time CRC champion of Ash, helping him with setups and everything, setting up a setup guide. And now with his performance, with a podium in his grips, there's a chance of it. And I'm really happy to see that. It's fantastic. So while you hear my garage door opening, which I have no control over, 4 minutes left in Daytona, and the sun is setting even so slightly. Ever so slightly, I mean. Oh, that's Casper that spun. Casper has spun. And up into third goes Blizzard. My commentators cursed him. I believe so. I cursed him. I gave him nice words of encouragement and improvement. He spun. Oh, that sucks. Not rooting against Blizzard or anything. I just hate when I curse people. Because it's happened before. It's happened many times. In fact, I think it's like the 3rd time it's happened this race. So there we go. Casper back to 4th. His first career podium will have to wait. And I'm going to send out a message to the PS4 chat saying the invites for Tier 1 will be out at the end of this race. And again, I don't think we'll have these problems in the future. It was just, ran out of voice. No, it's just that Tier 2 started awfully late with a technical difficulty in the broadcast camera. So yeah, that's really what happened. Oh, and there's a spin. That's Tiger Kart, our race leader. He spun with 2.5 minutes remaining. Can he get going again? That's Pizza. He needs to get the car going. Tiger Kart, push that car. Come on, push that thing. You gotta keep it going, and he's gotta keep it going. So, what a scary moment for Tiger Kart. He almost lost this race. I don't think he made contact with the wall. He has 9 liters of fuel left. Speedsta has 10. Blizzard has 12. Casper has 7. All these guys are close on fuel. Maze has 68. He's definitely fine. But yeah, I don't think he hit the wall with 2 minutes left. What a scary, scary moment as a viewer at home to see the race leader spinning. And could have had Speedsta win the race. And not saying that was a bad thing. Just saying that he would have lucked into that one. With all the chaos ensuring today, would not be surprised. But less than 2 minutes left. Tiger Kart still leads. Want to keep an eye on him. This should be the final lap that he's entering. What happens in timed races in CRC is that once the clock hits 0, the lap that you are on will be your last lap, not an extra lap added on like Formula E and other series. So final lap it is in Tier 2. And he's going to have a look down the inside of a lapped car. We're going to keep an eye on Tiger Kart just in case if the incident ensures again. So he gets through the section cleanly. Actually, no, it was this part. This is this part. My bad. So this part, last lap, he spun from. This is actually the same part where Evil spun from, his own teammate. He's going to go slowly on the throttle there. Make sure the McLarens get through there fine. So as the time counts down, Tiger Kart will enter the bus stop for the final time. And that is it. Final lap. And Tiger Kart will just run full throttle and merely turn left to finish this race with 5 liters of fuel. Speedsta second and Blizzard in third. Fourth is Casper. He's going to have to settle for fourth at best. Tiger Kart will cross the line for his first ever career win on Project Cars CRC. He's the inaugural winner of Tier 2. He wins in Daytona. Is Tiger Kart. Crosses the line. That's going to have to be Speedsta in second. He's going to cross the line. Speedsta will take a podium on his debut in CRC. For Tier 2, I should say. And podium is P2 for Speedsta. And flipping finally across the line, and flipping a McLaren across the line as well. Blizzard crosses the line. That'll be 2 and 3 for Team Papaya, with liveries that aren't even Papaya. 2 and 3 for them. And who do we have in fourth? That's Casper crossing the line, yep, cross the line. Bart crossed the line. Who else are we waiting for? We're just waiting for Maze and Flaky. What a good end. I just want to let everybody know, safety rating is on. Safety rating is on. So I would recommend not crashing until after you cross the line. And that is going to be it. For Tier 2... your winner is Tiger Kart. There will be no interviews. I apologize. We will cut this action to Tier 1 in just a second. Thank you everybody so much for watching. We'll see you back here in 5 minutes or so for the start of Tier 1. Thank you everybody so much. Your winner, Tiger Kart.